So with the latest version of One-Click Book Creation Pro, let me just walk you through what I've done. I mean, we open it in the normal way, and then we'll see the form. Like I say, in this version, there's only been a small kind of subtle change. I'll just load the default files there. Just use my How to Publish Your Book on CreateSpace and Kindle. And as before, we just pick the trim size that we want, which in this case is 8 by 10. And then I'll just do 24 sample chapters. Now what I've done here is I've just changed the font definitions so that it's more in line with what Microsoft are doing or have done. Okay, it's just something I've learned over the last couple of years, really. So then all we do, as before, is we click on Create Book, and then the book will be created. And it says, as before, and there's my book. And to all intents and purposes, nothing's really changed. Now what I'm going to just quickly do, I'll turn off the field shading to when selected, just to get rid of the shading basically, and it all looks exactly the same. Okay, but the difference here now is like I say, the style definitions. Word has 4 levels of styles or formatting. The lowest level is like the character style formatting, which is when you'll select a word and then you'll come up here and you'll apply like a highlight or bold or something like that. That's what we call character formatting. Okay, now when you're going to do something like put a title in here, then as you can see, the title is a completely different formatting style to the subtitle. And what this is just a different attributes. It's bold, it's a bigger font size, the spacing, and so on and so forth. And what we do is we then collect all these attributes together, and rather than have to apply them individually each time, we save them in what's called a style. Okay, and that's the whole thing about using styles in Word. It's just a quick means of applying these attributes. The next level up from that is what we call style sets. Now if you click on the Design tab, you'll see this big area in the middle called Document Formatting. Now these are called style sets. Now what style sets are, it's a collection of heading styles, built-in heading styles in Word, and body text font styles in Word. And what happens now, if you've defined the styles, or if you've defined your document styles based on these built-in styles, what happens when you change the document? Let me come down to the body here. If I now mouse over, as you can see, this is what's happening here with these styles. It's a quick means of changing your document. Now it's not necessarily going to be that useful for a book, okay? But what I'm doing here with One-Click Book Creation is I'm aligning it more with what we would do in day-to-day documentation and that kind of thing. Now how this actually affects your book is, as part of this, the style sets, we can add our own fonts and colors. And the next level up from that is when we bring all this together. We bring together the character formatting into the styles plus the heading styles and the body styles and the colors and the fonts, and as you can see here where my cursor is, paragraph spacing effects. We can group this all together and then we can save it in what's called a theme. Okay, and we can save the current theme, and then what happens when I want to, let's say, pick another theme, you can see what's happening to the document. How this then affects us in terms of books, not only is it more in line with the way we should really be using Word, okay, it's a learning curve for all of us, right? But let's say, for example, you're creating a book based on the horror genre, yeah? So what you can do now is you can click on fonts and you can create your own custom font set. And as you can see, I mean, I've got quite a few custom sets here which I've done for clients. And then when you scroll down here, you'll get the Office set. And these are the ones you can change, and by mousing over these the font sets, you can see what's happening in the document. And of course, now that the styles have been aligned better to the built-in fonts or to the assigned font palettes, now we can make rapid changes to our document as such. So let's say, for example, I pick Franklin Gothic, and then let's say I wanted to pick another style set. Now you can see what's happening in the document. Okay, so it allows you to make rapid changes. But let's say, for example, you wanted to create a horror book. Now I loaded this last night, and I've created this font set by just going in, typing horror as the name, and then I select my Latin text. You can even do complex script if you like, but if it's a book in English, then there's no need for that. And that's all you do, and then you'll save that font set. That's how we create these font sets. Okay, so let's say, for example, for our one Thai word a day, if I now change this to that font set, that's what's going to happen. It's all Arial based because we're using Thai. And again, I can still apply my different designs, look and feel, that kind of thing if I want. However, for our book, if we wanted to apply the horror set, this is what we do. We select horror. Now we can see what's happening here. Now it's not particularly ideal at the moment, but then what I then do is I come back to my home tab, I get rid of my numbers, I can increase the font size of my heading 1, right click, update. Now let's say I want to left align that, we can do that, update heading 1 to match selection, and then of course as we go through the document they're all done like so. So this is now using the Palatino linotype font style for the body text. If I wanted to change that, then all I need to do is I can customize the font. I can come down and let me just pick something outrageous for this. I just saw the, where is it? Old English or something. Let me just type in Old English text for the body style. And there we go. That's what we do. And when I come back to the home tab, as you can see, all the body styles are based on this new defined font. And again, like I say, it all integrates beautifully, and it all works nicely, and it's really, really easy to apply. Some of you may remember I had my font sets from some years ago. If I now come into my font packs, and then I come down to, I think it's in here where I have my fonts, and these are all commercially free fonts, so you can use them for your books, but you just have to find them. Okay, the licensing is such that I probably can't ship them to you, however you can go and get them, that kind of thing. So if I wanted Old Ways regular, then this one looks like a Western font, yeah? So if I now do that, come back to my document, click on design, modify my font set, and then I select Old Ways. Oh, if I could only spell as usual. Old Ways. No, it's not loaded yet because I'll probably have to close Word down, reopen it, load my document again, come to fonts, customize, where's my horror font gone? Edit the horror font, come to Old Ways, there it is, and it'll completely look out of place because it's a Western type font, but there you go, that's how easy it is to do. Okay, so like I say, hopefully this will help. It's more designed for print books than anything, because when you load a book, or when you do a Kindle book or load your book onto Kindle, then the Kindle fonts will take over. Okay, so things like Georgia and Arial and things like that will work. However, way out west ones like this, like the horror font here, the Gypsy Curse, they won't work. Okay, thanks very much.